Just a quick video of the allotments here, golf course allotments. This is the allotment a little bit higher up the hill here, and you can see there's loads of standing water over the sort of lower areas of the plot. Really quite boggy. The only things that's growing is weeds and a bit of grass. And then here's the another allotment here. You can see the path is all flooded out, and there's about 3 inches of standing water here. Stream running down there is about 6 inches deep, and then you've got a little brook continuing down here. So I'll just pace down the hill a little bit so you can see standing water here, and then the stream is actually level with the top of the allotment plot there, so it's really boggy. And then this is the path down the side of my plot here. So you can see the trench there is full up the water, so there's a lot of logs in there, and then I've mounded this up here, so that's a little bit above the water, but it's really more like a pond than anything else. You can see that there. And then where the shed is, it's don't know how deep that is, pretty boggy. There's not much going on in there. So my plot, what I've done here is started raising this up on pallets here. So this is all raised beds. So it's all raised up about a foot above that standing water. So that's all raised up. It's raised up. Got the bathtub wormeries down that end, and then this is banked up underneath. So the plants that are growing under there are all out in the water. So we've got a little bit there. Just a little quick walk around just to show you how bad it is. So this is a stream. I wanted to dig this up and put some drainage pipes, alternate between a sort of almost like a wicking bed with hugelkultur, then a drain that can be rodded through so it won't block up like a permeable pipe will over time. These are all raised up, so they're raised up a foot above the water table here as well. And then you can see standing water there. It's all boggy. And then you've got a little stream running down there. Little stream running along. And then that's pretty much runs down to this pond down the side of the apiary here. The stream running along. And then the pond there, so once it gets into the pond it hasn't really got anywhere to go, so that just fills up and then it will back up, and then as it's over a wet winter it will continue to raise the level of water here. So as you can see, the level of the allotment when I took it on was here, so that's it's about 6 inches above the standing water there, but again I've raised that up considerably. But I haven't resolved this area because it's uncertain about the what's happening with the allotment, so I don't want to dedicate loads of weekends and hours of back-breaking work putting in drainage trenches to find that it's got the untidy plot notice, and then I'll be moving on, because obviously someone else will benefit from all my work. So this is raised up with biochar, etc., and it's hard to see the levels here. So you can see this is fairly wet and boggy, but then this is all raised up probably about a foot as well, so you're nicely above all that flooding. The slabs here were just to use up the slabs, so I didn't want to have concrete paths, but until I sort of finally lay shed bases and things like that, it's rather than storing them, I'm sort of making use of them. So all these worm beds are a foot above that water table, so they're all nicely draining. And obviously you've got that organic matter which will absorb a lot of moisture and hold a lot of moisture as well, so it will tend to drain. And then this part here, this is all raised up with wood chip and hugelkultur, and then going into this part as well, which is the lower part of the allotment, which has had a lot of wood chip, but it's still quite wet, quite sticky underneath that. So yeah, that's all good anyway. With this area I wanted to create wicking beds for the greenhouse, so I want to take advantage of that low area, so rather than digging it out I can infill with material where I need it, and have the reservoirs where I want the actual moisture. So it's looking quite nice over there now. It's got a little seating area in the sun, which is quite tempting. So you can see it's really massively raised up here. And then there's just a wood chip pile, which is all good.